Howdy y'all, here from West Virginia. This is Pastor Matt sharing some algorithm thoughts and memories to honor our dear friends Dick and Bev. And greetings to all in the name of Jesus, and so happy I could share this moment with you. Algorithm are things that are said that I remember from Dick Albers that struck in my heart a very powerful chord. One of the things I remember Dick always said was, "I'll let you in on a little secret. I don't care." Y'all remember that one? How about, you got a problem with that? Or, what are you thinking? How about that one? That's a good one. Getting more into some godly things that Dick did. Dick had great faith. Bev was a blessing of a godly woman who loved people immensely. I mean, she would do anything for you if it was in her power. And so everything that I say is to honor their memory, because I have to say, Dick Albers to me was like a dad, and Bev was like a mom. You know, when I would sit on their couch going through some of the roughest times of my life, it was just like I was at home and I knew everything was going to be okay. You know, one thing's for sure, Dick and Bev are missionaries. They're loving people. They changed lives forever. I never felt more at home than when I was talking to Dick and Bev. I just knew everything would be okay when I had problems and I went to them. Their love for Christ and their faith was so powerful. And it was so great to see their great love for God and for people. I met Dick and Bev in 2005 when I did a children's camp for Sheridan Hills Baptist Church. And they showed up the first morning for inspection, room inspection, cross-dressing for Jesus. Dick was in full drag apparel as a woman, and he was about the ugliest woman I've ever seen. And Bev, she had on a captain's hat and a big bullhorn, and I mean, they made it so fun for the kids. They did things that were just cool, and kids loved them for it. I remember they would adopt families like the Martinez family. I mean, Dick had a heart for kids, and they adopted a family. I mean, they made a difference in the lives of families. I remember Dick raising hundreds of thousands of dollars. I'd be like, "Dick, I need $1,000 for this." No problem. "Dick, I need $23,000 for a camp. Where am I going to get it?" And he would get it. Year after year, vacation Bible school after vacation Bible school, camp after camp, 21,000, 23,000, 22,000. Dick Albers found the money to send kids to camp so they could hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. And that guy was amazing. Back to algorithms. Here's another one. "You think I'm worried about it?" How about that? "Not too bright, are you?" Well, if it's okay with the Lord, him and I were talking it over. That was one of his favorite ones. Or how about, "Then I said, 'Albers, you dummy.'" I heard him say that a bunch of times. Or, "Well, if the Lord don't mind, I'm going to do this." I remember one time we had a little deal with Dick. We would kidnap his Santa at Christmas time and send him a ransom note. It was just a little family thing that we did together. And I remember he'd try to lock that thing up, and we'd steal into the house and get it. We started stealing it as early as October. And one morning we woke up about 3 in the morning, and I turned on the video camera only to video Jesse and him and a few other of his people at 3 a.m. or whatever time it was, toilet paper in the trees in my front yard. Dick Albers had a huge zest for living, and it was contagious. I remember one time I said, Dick, for Vacation Bible School, I need a rocket 16 feet high. No problem. He built that sucker out of 2x4s. Well, he built everything out of 2x4s. It didn't matter what it was. It didn't matter what you needed. It was going to be built out of 2x4s. And then we had a children's party afterwards, and he set the rocket on fire out in the Oak Grove at Sheridan Hills Baptist Church. And it went over the school, and the fire department came, and by the time they got there, the fire was so intense it was completely out. And Dick Albers is like, what do you guys want? What are you doing here? There's no fire. It was hilarious. I remember also going on a cruise with him, and we took him on a little cruise. They did so much for the children's ministry, and Joan and I went, and Shannon and Naomi. I just bought a brand new camera for the cruise, a $300 camera. And that's a lot of money for a camera. And I was walking around the pool at midnight at the midnight buffet. And, you just don't do that in front of Dick Albers, because the next thing you know, I was swimming. And it was not him. It was Bev. She did it. She goes, are you just going to let him walk around that pool like that? They're quite a pair. When I think of Dick and Bev, I think of a couple Bible verses. But one of the ones that I think of most is what they did always. And it's in Romans 12, and it's Romans 12, 1 and 2. If you just bear with me for a second while I look it up here. It says, and so, dear brothers and sisters, I plead with you to give your bodies to God because all he has done for you. And I believe, Dick and Bev, they gave their bodies to God. I mean, Dick was a praying man. Bev was a praying woman. Bev was a loving woman and a woman filled with faith. Let them be a living holy sacrifice, the kind he'll find acceptable. This is truly the way to worship him. Those people worshiped God every day with their bodies. And I just want to say, my life is richer. My family's life is richer because of the faith of Dick and Bev Albers and their love for Christ. And so today we remember them in our hearts, and we celebrate what a great light that was in our community while we had them. Love y'all.